Donald Trump this week lashed out and attacked Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell after McConnell came out earlier this week and spoke out against the RNC, censuring Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger, and of course referring to January 6th as a, quote, violent insurrection. That pissed Donald Trump off something fierce, and here is what he had to say in response. Mitch McConnell does not speak for the Republican Party and does not represent the views of the vast majority of its voters. He did nothing to fight for his constituents and stop the most fraudulent election in American history. You see, Trump says several things there that are false. Pretty much everything he says. First and foremost, no, a majority of voters do not back your attempted coup. No, majority of voters do not dislike the January 6th committee. In fact, a majority of them actually support the committee's work. And Mitch McConnell does in fact speak for the Republican Party, Donald. He's been speaking for the Republican Party ever since you were actually a Democrat. So, there's that. Listen, I would love more than anything to get Mitch McConnell out of office. He is an absolute human scumbag. He is responsible for some of the worst legislation that Republicans have put forward in the last 35 years. His policies, specifically pushing trickle-down economics multiple different times over those 35 years, have absolutely decimated America's middle class and helped increase the wealth gap between the haves and the have-nots. Mitch McConnell's name is all over that. He is responsible probably more than anyone, because he has done it through multiple different Republican administrations. He is also responsible for packing the courts with conservative hacks here in the United States, robbing us of a chance at true justice. So yeah, I would love Mitch McConnell to be gone. But one thing McConnell understands that Trump does not is that sometimes in politics, you've got to play it smart. And see, that's not something that Donald Trump or any of his idiot followers like Taylor Greene and Gates and Gohmert and Jordan and Boebert and Cawthorn, none of them are able to be smart because none of them are smart. Mitch McConnell, on the other hand, is. He is, I would say, an evil genius when it comes to politics, much like Karl Rove. Horrible person, but super smart and unfortunately good at what they do. And Mitch McConnell knows how to play the game. He knows how to walk that line and keep everything the way it should be so that he can enact his horrible policies. Trump wants him gone. They're escalating this Republican civil war. So what needs to happen now is Democrats need to capitalize on this. They need to start putting together ads. We're in a midterm election year, so put together the ads, start running them on televisions coast to coast, talking about how today's Republican Party only stands for loyalty to Donald Trump. It doesn't matter how conservative you are. It doesn't matter what your credentials are. If you don't bow down to Trump, you don't have a seat in today's Republican Party. Then put it to voters like this. When you're voting Republican, you're not voting for policies. You're voting for a cult of Donald Trump. Because that is the only thing they stand for. Obviously, get some, advertising people to word that better, make it sexier than what I just described. But Democrats can capitalize on this if they're smart and if they act now. The Republicans are tearing themselves apart. And we can help finish them off if the Democrats get just a little bit better at their messaging. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.